Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 22nd of January, 2024. What a day it was. It was nothing like originally I had thought it was going to be. We had multiple things going on that threw me for a loop. We had a change in games that I played. Let's talk about it, all right? It was a momentous day. First of all, excuse me, on today's Level 1 podcast, we talked about various topics, including the success of my very first throwback stream over on DSP Throwback. Also, some of the gameplay and stuff that I had done recently, but mostly the focus was to talk about the changes that need to happen to DSP Reacts as a result of this trolling and these illegitimate memberships that have been flooding all three of my channels. I don't really want to get into it here. I already made a special video about it that I uploaded over on DSP Reacts tonight, so I hope people that are subscribed to that channel will check that out and understand the changes that are coming. But yeah, it sucks that I have to change the channel. I have to. I don't want to change it in any way. I like the way it runs, but I have to change it to make it keep going because the trolling that's going on, okay? So, we talked all about that. We even planned a little bit more for the Super Bowl party. And then we jumped into Resident Evil 0 Remake. But found out, sadly, it's just not beatable. I have soft-locked myself at this boss. I don't have enough ammo or healing to beat him. After trying for half an hour and literally instantly dying 3 times, I said, I'm not doing this anymore. This game sucks. It does. I'm sorry, but Resident Evil 0 sucks. It's the worst Resident Evil in the series, in my opinion. It's made incredibly poorly. Terrible camera angles, terrible controls, not enough ammo and stuff, especially on hard. It's just not well done. Too much backtracking, too much wasted time. The game's just not fair. There's a difference between challenge and frustration. A lot of survival horror games have challenge. This game is literally built to frustrate you, and that's not fun. I've already beaten it 8 years ago. I played it for 25 minutes today. I said, I'm not having any fun. Fuck this piece of shit, and I turned it off. All right? What we did do, I switched over to Tekken 8, and we played the Tekken 8 demo, and it was super good. It ran beautifully on my PS5. We played, first of all, the player versus computer mode on ultra hard difficulty, the hardest you could play. And I used Paul Phoenix, and I played through all 4 of the characters. It was Paul, Nina Williams, Kazuya Mishima, and Jin Kazama. So I fought all of them, beat all of them on the hardest difficulty. Then we went into the arcade mode. This is the new mode with simulated characters. It simulates the old days of going to arcades, and you do a series of fights and a simulated tournament, but then you run out of time. And then the next mode that unlocks when you beat arcade mode is ghost mode. What this is kind of interesting. It's basically AI opponents that have been recorded by the game devs, and it's a variety of characters. It's not all of them. It's maybe like 10 characters. So you get to play against characters that weren't, readily available in the other modes, and they're much harder than the fights in arcade mode or even I think it's supposed to be like ultra hard difficulty. They were fun because they were very challenging. The computer was doing big combos and stuff, and I was like, oh crap. So I played a good amount. I played like 2 hours of the Tekken 8 demo, and it was really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to now playing this game on Friday, and I'm happy I did that because it kind of pumped me up to play Tekken. The late stream tonight was the final goodbye stream to Street Fighter 6. Not to say I'm never playing the game again. I'll probably go back at a future date at some point for DLCs and if there's a Season 2 update, which I'm sure there will be. But we're going to focus on Tekken starting on Friday. So this is it. This is the last major stream. Literally, it was a 50-50 stream. Half the time the game worked and I dominated with Blanca. Half the time the controls don't work or people just mashing buttons and lag and you can't do anything about it. It won't even respond. It won't block. It won't do anything. And you lose. There's so many Guile players now at this level who just stand mid-screen and spam sonic booms and you can't block it. It's a guaranteed hit. It's like, wow, what a great game that plays so poorly at this level that if they throw a sonic boom from mid-screen, you just get hit in the face. It's like, what a piece of garbage. It's not competitive at all. It's just sad because, when I started with this game, it definitely was a much, much, much better experience. And it absolutely has degraded over time. Likely because the player base is much smaller. Likely because at a master level, everyone found the abusable tactics and they just use them because they know it works with that crappier netcode. It is what it is. So overall, I'm glad that I played the game for 7 months and I gave a kind of final thoughts on it. I hope you'll check out those videos from tonight if you get a chance. But now officially Street Fighter 6 is retired as a full-time game. It will come back later on sporadically for DLC and for seasonal updates. But for now, it's time to focus on Tekken later this week. Okay? Cool. All right. So, tomorrow, Tuesday, in the morning, I'm hoping to see some reactions to what I made the announcement about over on DSP Reacts. Maybe we could talk further about it on the podcast. And, of course, I'm going to talk about Tekken and other things. And then it's going to be Baldur's Gate 3 continuing on, and it's very exciting because tomorrow we're starting Act 2. We finally finished all of Act 1 and all of its content, so now we get to move to this new area of Act 2 and see what happens in the story, and I'm thinking I'm going to bring in Shadowheart and bring out Will to have different gameplay elements. So I think it should be really fun, and I hope you'll join me for that. Tomorrow night, I'm going to give Pal World a second try. We tried it over the weekend. I liked it when I played it Saturday. We were just getting into the swing of things, and then we ran out of time. So we're going to play it again tomorrow night and see how it goes, and hopefully it goes well, and it's fun and enjoyable for everybody, okay? All right, guys, thank you so very much. Great streaming day today. Please check out all the content. You know, there's now new daily content on DSP Throwback. There's daily content on DSP Reacts. There's a ton of new gameplay here. It's everywhere you go on all my channels. It's in full swing. Please give it all a look. Thank you so much. Have a good night. See you in the morning. Peace out.